if you're struggling with your backswing, hopefully this video can help you. I'm Natalie, a golf fitness trainer, and this channel is all about exercises that can help your game from a physical standpoint. So in terms of the backswing, we need to hit a few markers to make sure that it's consistent. Firstly, we need a good takeaway on plane, and then we've got to get that takeaway in position to the top of the backswing here, keeping a nice straight lead arm, right elbow nicely tucked in, maintaining posture. That is the crucial thing. And that's where it gets really difficult for people. So it's often the maintaining the posture part which is tricky from a physical standpoint. It relies on a lot of mobility through the rib cage, through the spine, through the hips, and some good strength through the core, the shoulders, and the legs. So this video has a really quick, simple exercise that I've been practicing as a little bit of a warm-up for some of my clients to help give you a feel of a correct takeaway, leading that into that proper backswing position with good turn and getting that lead arm nice and straight. This is very, very simple, but I do believe simple stuff is quite often the best. I've got my 9-iron here. I think this is probably easier to practice with a shorter iron initially, then taking it into a longer iron, potentially a wood or driver as well. I haven't really practiced that part myself. I tend to stick with the shorter irons for now. So if I'm going to set myself up, I'm going to use only my left hand for this. So I'm a right-handed player, left hand. If you're a lefty, you're going to use your right hand for this. Ignore the fact that I have a ridiculously strong left grip. Always have done. Can't get rid of it. Can't play any other way. No comments about the grip. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try and take myself to my normal takeaway position. So I'm just going to set the club here, just with that little hinge through this lead wrist, the smallest bit of rotation from the upper body, making sure that the club face is square, so that we've not got it closed, we've not got it open, and you haven't rolled through the wrist in any way. Just holding the club here in one hand, you can feel the forearms working quite a lot and a little bit through the shoulder as well. All of a sudden, you'll realise how heavy a golf club actually is. So if you need a bit of support, you can just use the fingertips of the right hand underneath you just to make sure that you've got that position nailed. So the bulk of the work is going to come next. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to start to keep my lead arm fairly straight, rotate, making sure I'm looking towards where the ball would be. This right arm here can start to fold naturally, but it's still just got the little bit of support on the club to help you. And then as you start to rotate further, you can grip this club. So now you're really putting a little bit of pressure into it and continue that turned position. So the idea being that you've got that nice straight lead arm, staying in posture, working the core hard here. And the right arm, if you start to put a bit of pressure on and imagine you pushing the golf club away from the body, really exaggerates the stretch through the back, through the shoulder, and fires up the core even more. So the idea of exercises is that we have to put ourselves into positions we don't normally achieve. It's no use making a really short backswing like you ordinarily would, because that's not going to change anything. And in order for the body to progress and adapt, there has to be an element of resistance where the muscles start working a little bit harder, the joints rotate a little bit further, and they get themselves in that position that they don't normally achieve. So just to recap, always got to nail that takeaway first. We're not coming inside. We're not going way outside. We're not manipulating the club face in any way. So I'm going to set myself up, ignoring my strong left grip. Find your takeaway position. Use the right fingertips for a little bit of support. Start that rotation off. As you start to see the logo on the glove kind of hit level to my chest, you can grip the club through that right hand, keeping your eye on the ball the whole time. Rotate, really find that lengthened position you would not normally achieve. Holding it here, and then in your head, you're pushing that golf club away from you. Now, as you make that push, it's not a case of the body moves laterally, where I've totally lost posture. It's just add a little bit more pressure than you were initially. So if 10 out of 10 is max strength, we're looking at 5, 6 out of 10 initially. Just add the extra 1 on, the 7, a little bit of grip in there and a little bit of pressure. Hold in, let's say 5 to 10 seconds at the top, really get the core working hard, and then you can slowly relax everything down and come back to the start. Now you'll notice in the reps here that I've continuously maintained hip turn. Again, this is not just the upper body, even though that's where the majority of the work is coming from. We still have to use our legs in the golf swing as well. So when I'm making that turn, I'm making sure that I rotate naturally through my hips as I would do if I was just hitting a regular shot. We don't want to be keeping the legs really rigid, trying to move only the upper body, because I'm not going to get very far if that's the case. So, nail the takeaway, start that backswing rotation. When you're in the top, make sure we're looking at the golf ball still. Then add that extra 1% with a little bit of pressure pushing away. 5 to 10 second hold at the top, or whatever you can manage for now. And I'd be looking for something like 3 to 5 reps of this exercise, again as a warm up on the driving range, before your lessons, before you practice, or as I always recommend to everybody, a bit of homework in the evening. You'd be surprised at how much once or twice for 5 or 10 minutes at a time can do in terms of a little bit of practice for your golf swing. This video is in association with GX golf gloves. Premium leather gloves, way cheaper than your average brands. Take a look on the website and use my code for 10% off. So let me know if this works for you and your golf swing. Hopefully this has some effect and can improve your backswing for you. And share this with a friend if you know that a golfer you play with has one of these problems in their golf swing as well. Share this channel with them and see if the videos can help. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next time.